Tuesday, and you're welcome on board. This is another day, another awesome, awesome Tuesday. I'm back in here with another beautiful week. We will be, having a good time. So if you're ready, I'll be ready. Okay, so before we get to the program proper, there is a missing girl I'd like to talk about. She's here in the studio, and of course, we would like to get information from her. She's here personally. She will be able to speak about her. She will be able to speak about herself. But I actually was Princess. You're welcome on my show.
Thank you, Rahim. Thank you, Rahim. So, a young girl who's just 11 years old, a good Samaritan found her, and brought her to a station, and she needs help to locate her mom. She says she was running errands with her mom, going on the road with her mom, and there was some sort of, confusion, and she lost track of her mother, and she missed her way. She couldn't find her way back home. So, what's your name, darling?
My name is Anoluwa.
Can you speak up? Speak up with some energy, darling.
My name is Anoluwa Chibuzomoye.
Anioluwapo Chibuzomoye. What's the name of your school?
All Souls Comprehensive College.
All Souls Comprehensive College. Where is the school located?
Adeshile Street, number 14.
Number 14 Adeshile Street. Adeshile, is it in Mushin area also?
The Mushin area.
In Mushin.
Okay.
Adeshile Street in Mushin. That's the name of your school. Is the school same thing with Little Souls Primary School?
Yes.
So that's a primary of your section of your school. But how about your street? Do you remember the name of your street? You can't remember. Is your school a walking distance to your home? Do you walk from your school to your home? No. Speak to the microphone.
Yes.
You can walk from your school to your home.
Yes.
So you don't need to enter public transport. No. So if we trace Adeshile Street, which is your school, we can perhaps find your home around there.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us again how you got missing.
I was going with my mom, and there was a lot of people on the road, and I missed my way with her.
You missed your way. How old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11 years old.
Yes.
All right, you have more questions to ask?
I'm wondering, is the mom, you guys working together on the road, and your mom was not holding your hands. You guys are working differently? But you guys working differently, were in the same. So how did you do, how does that happen? I mean, you lost track of your mom.
I was holding my mom.
You were holding her hands.
There was someone that was past our middle.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so someone almost passed your middle, so you now separated hands.
So
And in that confusion, you just lost track of where your mommy was.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
okay, Prince. So what are we gonna do now?
Okay, so the GM was about taking her to the Mafoluku police station, but he thought it wise that it's better we'll bring her here to make the announcement on radio first.
Okay.
I've tried contacting the police bureau myself, and he's also contacted the DP of the Mafoluku police station.
Okay.
So that means we may be handing her over to the Mafoluku police station tonight.
All right.
So if you're what's the name of your mommy?
Enyola Moye.
Eniola Moye.
Yes.
Eniola Moye. And your daddy's name is?
Monday Moye.
So your daddy's name is Monday Moye. Your mommy's name is Eniola Moye. Mr. and Mrs. Eniola and Monday Moye. If you're looking for your child, Anioluwapo Chibuzo Moye, she was found and brought to a station, VOP 90.3 FM. And we are about taking her right now to the Mafoluku police station. However, if you want to get hold of her immediately before she gets to the police station, please send a message to our WhatsApp line. Or if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who may know her, or you have somebody who attends All Souls Comprehensive College, Mushin,
Okay.
please. And you may know the parents of Eniola Chibuzomoye, Anioluwapo Chibuzomoye. Please kindly reach out to us now on our WhatsApp line.
All right.
0817. Please kindly call it for them.
081-7175-6338. So do it again. 081-7175-6338. 63338.
Yes, so that is 0817 let me quickly call that in my language. 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338. Don't call this number directly, just call on WhatsApp. Sorry, send the message on WhatsApp. We may not even be able to pick your WhatsApp call. So just send the message on WhatsApp alone now. If you know anybody related or anybody who may know Eniola Moye, Mrs. Eniola Moye or Mr. Monday Moye, the parents of Anyoluwapo Chibuzo Moye, who is a JSS1 child, a girl 11 years old that attends All Souls Comprehensive College. What's the name of that street again? Adeshile Street in Mushin. Please kindly reach us out on that WhatsApp line, or you may have to report to Mafuluku Police Station, where we're about taking her to now.
All right.
Thank you, Rahim.
No
Thank
problem.
You so much.
You're welcome. Makinde. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think the police station is not Mafulukus. I think it's Makinde. That will be Makinde Police Station. Okay. All right. So let's get to what we were supposed to do tonight. Get ready, and as we get along. All right, so it's terrific Tuesday. We're gonna just start the show immediately. But before getting into that, it's an awesome Tuesday, and a lot of stuff are happening. One more time, talking about the missing girl, the Makinde police station is where they're taking her to. They will be able to, from there, get in contact to the family, the father and the mother, and they'll be able to get them, connect her to her parents. So I'm going to advise, if you are a parent and you are moving with your kids, please be watchful and be territorial when you're moving or going out with your children. Be territorial. Okay, there are a lot of dangerous things going on in the world today, and it's best that you're territorial. In other words, what I'm saying is, be conscious of your environment, take charge of your space, and don't let which word will I use now? Don't mismatch your child, or don't lose contact. I mean, don't lose English. Just always be there. Always be watchful. Be territorial. That word actually is, I don't know. Just take charge of your space. Don't let them off your sight, because I thank God that we found her, and we're definitely gonna make her go back. See the parents, but be careful. For those of you who would like to move out with your kids, be careful. Who knows what the mother will be thinking now? She'll be like talking and maybe telling people that the daughter has been possibly kidnapped or something. God forbid. No problem. But as well, we're guarding her, and then Makinde police station is where they're going to. They're going to go drop her there, and they'll get more information to be able to contact her parents. Welcome. Again, it's VOP, is 90.3 FM. Today, I'm going to take a cab because malaria is not your friend at all. All these big mosquitoes that are biting people in there. That's why I say, look, if you're living in the area where the gutters are stagnant, you got to clear them. I mean, is Lagos State not talking about... Are they still having a court case about the sanitation day or sanitation, whatever. I mean, that should be done so people can be cleaning their environment. Okay, because some environment are terrible, and that actually breeds some mosquitoes that can, put you to sleep to another world. But anyways, I try to make sure that I use this body to do this job for you. Okay, no matter what. All right, welcome on board. International Newspaper Carrier Days today, and October 8th is the day. Shout out to all of the newspaper print people and even the newspaper carrier day. They respect these people all over the world, wherever you are. Shout out to you. So the National Newspaper Carrier Day today celebrates the resilient paper carriers who have been around for as long as newspapers themselves. So these newspaper carriers, today is the appreciation day. These fearless writers bring us the news every morning. It's not like that within this region, but then of course it's pretty much awesome because it's predominant. It's predominant for some other countries, hot off the press. And whether rain or shine, standing on the street corner or, even avoiding disturbing, stray dogs or kind of, shall I say, security dogs in some homes, they still try their best. They are dedicated, in bringing newspaper to your doorstep. They deserve some recognition. Okay, so today is that day where we give them a shout. The newspaper carriers, it's their day. Shout out to all of you who's doing it all over the world, wherever you are. And but it's not like that now. Everybody is actually glued to the internet. They want to see the printing it online. But some people still go to the newspaper stand to argue, at least for 1-2 hours, to debate, argue, and sometimes even fight, while the actors, the political actors who are always on the news, will be sitting in their offices, embezzling some money, chomping and enjoying themselves, and just be laughing at you, who's actually laughing and fighting and debating and arguing at the newspaper stand. What a day. I mean, they're sitting in their office and they're hearing you saying things. It's okay. And then, of course, today is also we have the International Birth Registration Day. That's today for those who love babies. International Birth Registration Day today is observed every 8th of October annually, and this initiative actually seeks to protect vulnerable newborns by having their birth registered. And then in 2018, I heard, not the Johnson's baby oil. I'm talking about not the Johnson's baby oil that is laced with some cocaine and some drug that was found in P. Diddy's bedroom. No, this is a different thing. So, I mean, in 2018, rather, the Johnson's baby founded the Right Start program on October 8th. And it's from that point that the International Birth Registration Day began. So the Right Start program has identified that in the Middle East, of course in Africa, there are currently hundreds of millions of newborns and infants who have not yet had their birth registered. And this places the most vulnerable members in those communities, and children in an even more vulnerable position. So the International Birth Registration Day is about spreading awareness about the rights of children and ensuring that they can receive them. All right, so that's it. The World International Birth Registration Day. All right. And the very last one I'm going to talk about this is the National Face Your Fears Day, and this is happening in the United States. National Face Your Fears Day. The reason why I'm bringing this on the fore is because it's facing your fears is one thing a lot of people don't know how to do. They say if you face your fears and you'll conquer, you must be from the lineage of a warrior. So, I mean, I love such, and that's why my best sports is MMA. That's my best sports. Because it's about warriors that get into the cage. The last man standing comes out of that cage. So it's like, fighting to destroy your fears. So today, National Face Your Fears Day is for you to know that whatever fears that you are facing, you should fight it, face it, and get it on. Because most times we don't understand this. And this is things that we think that we fear you. Oh, let me point it to you. The thing that you actually think that you fear for is what fears you. And sometimes you actually feel that, you've lost it. You're delusional. No, you're not. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. So whenever you hear words coming through your ears, not telepathy, no, you're hearing some little demon telling you some stupid thing. As long as you know what is right, what is good, you understand exactly who you really are, you will never pay attention to such voice. So, I mean, if your voice comes and tells you some crazy stuff, and you're scared of some certain things, fight it. Fight your fears. All right? So this day is celebrated on every second Tuesday of October every year. And this actually falls on October 8th. And whether you have a deep-seated fear of public speaking, deep fear of getting married, deep fear of becoming a political, juggernaut, whether you are scared of anything, I'm just throwing that out. Okay, so whether you were terrified of certain things, this day is an opportunity for you to step out and overcome things that are holding you back. You don't let anything to hold you back. Okay, this is it. Your mind we're talking about. So you need to lay hold of your mind and get it over with. All right. So enough is enough. Let's get to the show proper. Welcome on board. Okay, so today we got two things to talk about. We have two things to talk about. I'm not gonna shout. I'm gonna be very calm, because as I said, malaria is not your friend. Malaria is not your friend. They say police is your friend. I don't think so. Malaria, police and malaria. Which one is more better? Okay, but of course, malaria is not your mate though. So today we're talking about something. I'm just going to try my best to do this. I'm asking a question. What is your love language? Your love language. There are two things we're going to talk about. Love language. You're going to tell me exactly what's your love language. How do you show love? How do you, show that love that you promise your man? How do you do that? What is your love language? We'll talk about this. And then I'm going to tell you a story of a young man in prison who just had a devastating, event. And I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about such event happens every time? Some of you actually, maybe you were lucky to get married to a beautiful soul, a woman with a beautiful soul, or a man with a beautiful soul. You don't know exactly what other people are passing through when they go into a relationship or when they get married. Some people are not lucky. Some people are lucky somehow. I don't know. Some people actually collide in some other people's destinies. I mean, if that's true, but I want to believe it's true. Some people colliding. I mean, what's luck? That's literally luck. Although I don't believe in luck, but it happens. So if you really understand exactly what luck means, luck actually means colliding in somebody else's destiny. You just collide. It's not your, you don't work for it. We can argue that. So how do you show love and affection in your relationship? I want to know how you do it. Some people don't know how to show love. Some people they don't know how to show that affection, and they have problems. And then when they go for therapy, and the woman and the man is asking them questions of, you have to start doing this. This is part of the framework of, every relationship. This is the bedrock of every relationship. You've got to do that. What is the reason? Why would anybody, show love and show affection when you're in a relationship? That is the ingredient, the condiment of, you getting into a relationship. So I want to know, and some people don't know how to do it, but they complain. And it's not their fault because some do not understand what that is. I won't lie to you. I got a lot of people like that. They don't know exactly what that means. And they keep making mistakes. And it took some time to learn, to be able to put themselves together and make the relationship go smooth and good. But for some, do not want to know because they don't even know anything about that. What is that? What is love? What's affection? Whatever comes is like anywhere but their face. Whatever comes, they just get along with. So that's the question I'm asking. That's number one. How do you show your love and affection in your relationship, in your marriage? How? Literally, what is your love language? Love has language. Okay. We're going to talk about that. And then the second one is about the young man I said. I'm going to tell you the story here now. We're going to see how we can treat this. A young man actually was got into trouble and went to prison. He was supposed to serve term long enough, but he didn't. I'm going to keep it short. I don't want too much of details in this. Before you start thinking it's your neighbor that maybe we're talking about, you never know. Okay, so he got into prison. He was there, he served, and because of his good manners and good behavior and a whole lot of other good stuff that he contributed in there, they allowed him to come out. So when he came out, the first thing he did was to to visit his girlfriend that he wanted to get married. And so he didn't want his girlfriend to know, or so I said fiance, sorry. He didn't want his fiance to know that they have, he's been released because of his good behavior. And then he told his people, when the girl keep asking, when the fiance keep asking, is there any news? Is it going to come out any sooner? They said no. but they're working on it. They're going to get back to her. But this guy came out early enough, and this fiance never knew about this. Now, he had already gotten an information that from someone close to me, either a cousin, a brother, or a friend, who is also always giving him a feedback while he was in prison. So they've gone to find out exactly what's happening and got the information that his fiance will be taking a trip with. Oh, I didn't tell you that they had a baby together. They had a baby together. I think they had a baby of that should be 2 years old, 3 years old child. Okay. All right. 2 years old plus. I think it should be 2 years plus. And, so her fiance told one of his person, his relative, who always visit the prison to give him information, that she will be going on a trip. So, and that particular, every time she always go on a trip with their 2 years old baby. Now, is it 2 years old, 3 years old? Am I mistaken? It should be 2, 3, either 2 or 3 years old, but I know it's a baby, it's the child. Now, every time she's going on a trip with your baby. Fortunately, the last trip that she was going for happens to be in the particular day when her fiance will be coming out. When this young man locked in prison for no reason will be coming out. Though he's not a bad person, he doesn't do anything. I mean, sometimes you maybe get along with the wrong people at the wrong time, and you get arrested, and then you don't have any any person to help you. At the end of the day, you find yourself there. So when she was going on that trip, was supposed to be the day the young man was coming out of prison, and she didn't know because nobody told her about it. Now, everybody was like, okay, we're going to surprise her before she leaves the house. The young man wants to surprise her by, showing up to the house before she leaves for the trip that she said she was going for. And then before they got there to the house, she had already left. So they started following her. He was still saying, oh, I want to surprise my fiance, my baby girl. I want to surprise them, my baby too. I want to surprise them. I don't know where they're going to, but let's follow them. And then she drove the car, followed her, and finally, this young man that came out of prison find out that it was his best friend's house that the fiance was going to. His best friend, BEST, friend. So he told his brother, that's my best friend. The brother was the one driving. I think it should be the cousin or one of the relative driving a car. He was at the backseat, and he saw that the fiance stopped at a best friend's place or house. So he told him, and he said, yo, this is my best friend's house. What is my fiance doing here? So that was when he dawned on them that all this while the fiance was having an affair with her best friend. He confronted them, to cut the story short, and then find out they drove down there when they're about to get into the car with luggages to go whatever trip they were going to. He confronted them and he saw them and he said, so this is what you're doing, sleeping with my fiance while I was in prison? Is this good? Okay, now I know. Now I understand. Right. Okay, fine. I think this is so now God has just revealed it to me. You guys should get married together and just leave me alone. They had an altercation. There was a little fight. The man that came out from prison that was stabbed at the back had to throw some punches on the best friend who was sleeping with his fiance, and he got nosebleeds. And from there, thinking that the child was his, he find out that the child, a fiance was carrying, was not his. And that was the reason, all this while, that was a reason that she was having to go on a trip with the best friend. So it was the best friend who revealed that even the child is his, is not. So that was when the guy broke down and almost killed himself. Well, he was being tamed and contained, somehow took back to the car, and they left. So, I don't know. He is threatening suicide. He is threatening suicide. This guy has he has gone through a lot in life. And he's threatening suicide. I don't know what you're going to tell him. I don't know what exactly advice you have to give. The voice of the people community, you always have something to say to someone like this. So I'm going to call the numbers and we're going to start talking. This is a conversation time. Two things. You're going to talk about this, and also we're going to talk about how you show love and affection in your relationship so that other people can actually learn. This is a school. We're going to learn all together. I don't even know how to do that. Can somebody teach me, please? Okay. So these are two things we're talking about. We're going to have a healthy conversation. What do you think the guy should do? I know you're going to say, oh, you shouldn't commit suicide. Oh, I want to hear from you. Whatever your thought is, whatever your overview is, based on the story on the guy who was backstabbed by his best friend and then his fiance. And then, of course, you also tell me what you think. How do you show love? What is your love language? And then let's have a conversation. It's a conversation, so I'm not going to be the only one talking. So I'm going to open the phone lines right now. 0700-903-903-903. Let's leave every trouble that is troubling the country. Let's focus on love right now. Love. Away from madness. The madness in the news. Come, this is another madness anyway, but let's talk. What advice you have for this young man who has been it's crazy. 0700-903-903-903. And then if you want to call me on WhatsApp, you can do this number 081-7175-6338. All right. Let me hear from you. Let's go. Hello? Is anybody out there? Who was the first caller tonight? I want to hear from you. What do you think about the story and what you're going to give it as an advice? What is your take? If you were to be in the shoes, if this thing happened to you, how is it going to look like? Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening, my name is Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah,
Where is Marcus calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Marcus, go ahead. You heard the story. What is your take on this?
About the guy, right?
Yeah, about the guy. Yeah.
It's very, very painful, but not to commit suicide. Because him that just came out from prison, so you have just think the way to live a better life. Although when you release from the prison, so you return back, you make the frustration. So that is very, very frustrating. No need to commit suicide. Like,
So Marcus, are you there? Okay, I think I lost that call. All right, I wanted to ask him if you were to be, hello, are you there? If you were to be in the shoes to talk to somebody who wants to commit suicide, what are you going to tell them? How are you going to do it to convince someone? Because there's a lot of people who are emotionally damaged. They are emotionally finished. This thing, no matter how strong you are, is crazy. Don't even imagine it that you are in the shoes of this guy. It's crazy. These things happen. How do you talk to somebody who wants to destroy himself, who is self-destruct, who doesn't want to listen to anybody? And some people quietly, some Nigerians are strong when things like this happen, but they can move on. But the problem is most times, I don't know if our strength, our immune system when it comes to mental health, is stronger anymore. Our mental health is not as strong. Come think of it, on Friday is a World Mental Health Day. We're going to be talking about that. So why is the people commit suicide? People are self-destruct because their mental health has been damaged. Let me hear from you. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, yes, Casey from
Casey.
Wow.
Casey from where?
From Oshodi.
All right, Casey, just close to me. All right, go ahead. Casey, if you were to be the guy, what would you do?
The guy that wants to commit suicide.
Yes, sir.
I will not commit it. I will not commit suicide.
Okay, Casey, your line is breaking, and I barely hear what you're saying. Could you repeat that again?
Hello? Can you hear me?
All right,
Hello?
go ahead. Okay. Okay. 0700-903-903-903 08171756338. Oh, right. So it is very unfortunate that the guy emotionally was being dismantled. But looking forward, if you have the opportunity to talk to someone who is self-destruct, who actually is going through this kind of trauma, what are you going to tell the person? What advice are you going to give? I want to hear from you because, there are a lot of people going through the same thing. So let's see if we can help. 0700-903-903-903. 08171756338. Let me hear from you. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Can you turn down the volume, please?
Hello.
All right. You're welcome on board. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
If I want to say something about the guy committing suicide, it's not really right.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. So, what is your name? You didn't tell me your name.
Okay. Oh, so sorry. My name is Victor.
All right, Victor. VK.
Yeah.
Victor,
If I want to,
Victor, please, before you commence, can you bring down the volume a little bit more down, please? Thank you. All right. Okay, go ahead.
okay, if I want to say something about the guy committing suicide, it's very wrong for the guy to commit suicide, because why? From the first place, you've seen that the girl has betrayed you already. She's not worth dying for. And if you really check, there are many people outside which maybe they have interest in you before. So I don't think dying for the girl worth it, because she has already betrayed the guy. And secondly, the best friend of the guy is not a good person.
Mba. No.
Yes.
You're right.
So if you really check it, those two people, maybe they have been doing this at your back before. So I don't see any reason or any feelings that will make the guy to commit suicide. That's just my own, I have to say about the stuff.
Okay. All right, Victor, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
All right. All right. So that's it. Okay, so tell me, what is your love language? Do you have any love language? How do you show love and affection?
I don't know. For now.
You don't show love and affection. You don't.
I'm
No
not
lo-
in any relationship. for
You're
now.
not in a relationship,
And,
and you've never been in any relationship before.
Oh, that was years ago.
So
Years, when I say years ago.
So now you're married to Jesus. Satan, leave you alone. You are married to Jesus. Satan, leave you alone.
Oh, God.
All right, Vic, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. So let me let some other person talk to me. 0700 903 903 903 08171756338 is better like that. You can get it. Let me know what you think. What is your love language? And then the story I told you about the young man that came out from prison and find out the fiance was having an affair with her best friend. These things happen every time. I mean, why? How do you even know the right people around you? Because sometimes you would never know. And that's why a lot of young people don't want to get married. They're scared. That's why I say face your fears. Face your fears. A lot of young people don't want to get married. They just want to have baby mama, baby dada, you know. And that's what's going on in the world now. And in the developed countries, nobody cares. They don't even talk about getting married, except most Africans and other colored people, yellow people that, you know, appreciate what marriage is about. But for the Europeans, most of them, 90, don't even care about that. They just live their life like that. And then, but they take care of babies like crazy. If you have, even if you're a prostitute, I'm just talking. Even if you're, you know, selling your body and you have a child outside the country, you're going to be paid heavily. You're going to get rich in doing nothing just to have a child. So people are doing it. And Nigerians now are locking into that kind of stuff. They travel out. They, you know, have affair with anybody, have a child, you know, married to the person. You don't even know if the person is an imbecile or have some whatever. And then, you know, you have a baby because you want to get paid. Because of that, people want to have kids. They don't care about marriage. Anyway, how do you profess your love and affection? That's number one. The second one, if you have the opportunity to talk to somebody who wants to commit suicide, like as I said, how you going to tell? What are you going to do? How are you going to convince the person not to do anything stupid? Because it's hard. People's feelings are smeared with hot iron. I mean, these days you don't even know who you're dining with or sleeping with. You don't know these things. You don't know what's in the mind of certain people. You married somebody, you married a man, a woman, you don't even know who they are. I mean, how can someone who you want to get married to, that you've been with, thinking that even the baby you guys had together is yours? It's not even yours. That baby was the best friend. So all this while the best friend has been doing. So, but why didn't you just say it? Is it when they left? I mean, when he went to prison? The relationship between her fiance and the best friend would have started even before the prison. Who knows if the best friend was the one who actually, planned the whole thing for him to go to prison. For those who just tune in, there are two things we're talking about. Let me rephrase and let me do it again. So we're talking about your love language. How do you show love and affection in your relationship, in your marriage? That's number one. Number two, I told you about a story which I'm going to tell you right now about the man, I just cut it short, who went to prison for what he didn't do, and he came out as fast as possible because of his good behavior, not because he was figured out that he didn't do or committed the crime he was being jailed for. But he came out because good manners, and that was exactly maybe what they told him, to build up a good behavior, and that's what they do. He came out. The particular day he came out, the fiance, the woman he wants to get married to, that he thought they had a child together that's 2 or 3 years old, told one of the siblings that she was traveling or going for a trip. She didn't know that the fiance would be coming out of prison because they didn't tell her. She didn't know. The man that was locked in the prison wanted to give her a surprise package that himself. He wanted to show himself to, his lovely fiance that is out of prison. Kind of like a surprise. So by the time they got home, when they picked him from prison and got home, his fiance didn't know. Fiance was going for a trip, and he said she's going on a trip, and they followed her car. She drove down to the place where this guy's best friend is. So all this while, this young man in prison that just came out of prison is his best friend that was servicing his fiance all this while. And the baby they had together, he was thinking they had a baby together. That baby, that child, was his best friend's child. How come this happened that he didn't even know about? I mean, everything escalated when he went to prison, but then I know this was happening before he even went to prison. So he confronted them and he found out so many things, and he said, okay, no problem. He's broken, damaged emotionally. When you see a man crying, it means that he has put so much on this particular person. This is a bad luck, as a matter of fact. So what is your take on the situation, on this guy contemplating? I know at the end of the day, God willing, he will not do that. But he's broken. And when you're emotionally finished, then what comes to your mind is just to kill yourself. But God forbid, that's not going to happen. So what is your take? 0700 903 903 903. And then if you want to reach me on WhatsApp, you can do it on 08171756338. 08171756338. Okay. Let's see. I actually wanted to okay. So I wanted to also let you guys know about different kind of love language. The love language literally means how you show love okay, to your spouse, how you show love to your man, how do you do it? Because in a family, this is exactly what's causing a lot of problem in the relationship, in ships and different ships. And understanding this love language is something else. To some people, they don't understand. But I know that there are 5 love languages. And you have the words of affirmation. You have quality time. You have physical touch. And then you have acts of service. Then the very last two to make it 5 is receiving gifts. These are the 5 love language. So when I say, how do you show love and affection? How do you do it? To your wife, to your fiance, to your woman, or to your man, to your husband. How do you do it? Now, let's start by the first one. Words of affirmation. Communicating affection. Words of affirmation is one. That is actually communicating affection through spoken and written praise, appreciation, encouragement, and frequent saying of I love you. You are affirming these words to your loved one. Okay, so this is one. Okay, words of affirmation is one of the 5 love languages we have, and it's literally how you show love. What is the style of your showing of your love and affection? How do you do it? What's your style? So we have 5, as I said. Words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, receiving gift. I'll start with the first one. Words of affirmation, communicating affection through spoken and written praise for your wife or your husband, for your man or your woman. Appreciation also is another. Encouragement and frequent affirming that you love her or you love him. That's for words of affirmation. So when we come back after this call, I will take quality time. So which one is the one you're doing? Let me know. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Ryan.
Lydia.
What is Yes.
Lydia, so how long is it going to take you to talk to me? Are you scared of me?
Oh, this one that you call me Lydia today.
Lydia, I know there's a change. There's something we call branding. We are branding you now.
Oh, wow. That is great too. I love that. I love that. I love that. That is a good one.
Okay. So Lydia, you're welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
So Lydia, there is fire on the mountain. What are you gonna? No, nobody's running. As a matter of fact, this is different. So tell me what you think about the story of the guy that came from the prison, and then tell me what you think about that, and also tell me what is your love language. Let's talk.
Well, for me, the latest thing I can say there is that in this life, you need to. There is some challenges that that will come, and you face it and overcome it. You understand? And also, there is something I believe that a downfall of a man or a downfall of any human being is not the end of his life or her life. You understand? You can still fall and still put yourself together, rise up again. You understand? So now who give up, now you lose. You understand? If you give up, now you lose. So, but if you keep pushing, at least you have to overcome it. So that is the little something I have to put there. And I heard you saying committing suicide or something like that,
Yeah, so he's
right?
planning. Yeah, he was contemplating that. He said it.
Okay. Well, you know, committing a suicide is not an option. You understand? That will not solve any problem. You understand what I'm saying? And once you use your hand to kill yourself, that is another offense on its own. Oh. You understand? That one, you don't even need this thing. Na straight this thing. You don't get straight the ticket. So it's never an option, no matter anything that you're going through. You should not think or think suicide is an option. It's never an option. You understand? All you need to um, do is okay. Things that happen, you understand, and you also believe that some things happen for a reason. You understand? And when one door closes, another one opens. You understand? So the person have to buckle himself up. You understand? Killing himself now, that is another case on his head now. So it's never an option for him to do that. You understand? So you should just have faith, yeah, and also believe himself that he will overcome it. It's going to take long, yes, but yes, it's going to take long for him to overcome it, but he should believe on himself and have faith that he will overcome it. For suicide is never an option. So that's it. Um,
All right.
Coming to your question, my love language. Uh, okay, I have two.
Which one do you like to do the most?
I love word of affirmation and also gifting. Yes. So,
Are you sure? It's not just coming out to tell us this is what you like. Do you really do these things? Come on, let's not lie, Lydia.
I love no. It's not. I cannot come out and come out. No, I know. I do try my little way that I know that I can do that. You understand? So, even if I try, I used to try my best. You understand? So that's it. I love word of affirmation and gifting. So and the other three. Well, all those ones can fall in though, but those physical touching on other things, well, they can fall in. But these two are
Those really good touching, they can fall in.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you sounding like that? You don't do touch. Don't you do touch? Why are you behaving like
Like,
that?
leave me alone.
You don't do
I don't
touch.
reach out to people. But maybe doesn't what?
You don't do touch.
What are
You
what,
don't-
what are you touching?
What are we touching? You know what you should be touching. This is you.
I don't know. It's me that do what?
Nah, man. You should know what you're touching.
Okay.
So the two is what
I
you
don't know.
know, and the two is what you do. So how do you
Yes,
do them? Break it down. I want to hear from you. Let's have a conversation. How do you do them? How do you when you talk about buy gift or when you talk about words of affirmation? That means you say things, you praise, you. What are the things? It's not about I love you. What? Tell us how you do it so other people can learn from you.
Oh, Chimo. Like I said before, in that gifting part, yeah, I try my best, even if it's not that big, no matter how small it is. Yes, I do those ones, and I hope that one is settled. uh And word of affirmation. Well, you can just tell your partner lovely things. You understand? Um.
Lovely things like what now?
Oh, I should tell you the lovely things.
All right, get out. Get out of here. Go away. I'm done with you. Bye. I think you don't want to say a word. Now, I might have want to share in love with your boo or what?
No be you say ma talk like this
You're
now.
talking. You should be talking. You should be talking. Get out of here.
Oh,
Go. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Go. Let somebody else come. Can you actually let somebody else speak with me, please, Lydia?
Bye.
You see your problem. You see, that's the problem we have in this country. They are crying. Oh, Tinubu is our president, is not doing this thing well for us. And then you have the chance to stand in front of Tinubu, your president, and speak exactly. And he's asking you, what do you want? And you're just there say, what do I want? What do I want? And you know what I want now? Come on. You've got opportunity for you to be at the forefront to talk to, you're complaining. I'm just giving an example. Now, you see, can't even speak. Okay, so 0700 903 903 903 08171756338. We're still talking. So let me tell you the second stuff, which is the I told you there are 5 love language or languages. I told you that words of affirmation, which Lydia just talked about, that she's on words of affirmation, and which one? Quality time. Is it quality or receiving gift? Okay. Okay, so I told you about the words of affirmation. I'm going to tell you the second one, which is quality time. What it means. So let's be educated. But before I go ahead and do that, I just got an information. And I'm happy that the missing girl we talked about tonight has finally seen her parents. I think they've come to pick her up. So I'm ringing a bell for her. Now her name is just too long somehow. So, but the parents have finally come to take her. They have found the parents at the Makinde police station. And I want to thank those who actually commenced the move. Because, that's why we are good people. You see, if somebody else, when things like this is happening, I mean, bring them to the radio station so we can be able to make some announcement and get them to their parents. Or is it money? Is it lost goods? Bring it. If you find dollar on the ground, please, you people should listen. First, before I talked about that, one more time, I'm going to say thank you to Precious and to the general manager who actually made this possible to get the lost girl, the girl that was missing, back to the parents. The parents are back to pick her up at the Makinde police station, and that is a good news. So I want to say thank you for that. And as I said, whenever something is missing, when a human being reports to the nearby radio station, if you're in the jurisdiction of where we are, the lines of where we are, you can actually get to us. If money is missing, if you pick dollars bring it. You don't know, don't take it. Bring it to us. If you see bundle of money on the roadside, bring it. We will find the owner. It's as simple as that. If you find anything, even a lost car, a missing car, come here. This is way back in the day when analog was analog, or radio was radio back in the day. This is exactly what we do. Anywhere in the world, including Nigeria, you bring lost goods here and then those who are actually will make the announcement here, and then the rightful people will come claim your stuff. Okay, so that's that. Thank you, and thank God that the parents have come to pick her, and and she's even good because she can actually speak. But some people might not be able to talk, and that will be a little bit more difficult for the connection to be made. But it's okay. We thank God for that. So let's go back to what we are talking about. So I told you about the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. And I'm going to break it down. The first one I talked about was words of affirmation, which is communicating affection through spoken in praise, appreciation, encouragement, and frequent "I love you." This affirming that you're there. And women love this so much. Women want to be affirmed, those words. They want you to keep saying it. All right. The second one is quality time. Another love language is quality time. And this one is about expressing love by, fully focusing attention on your partner through shared activities, conversation, and togetherness. This is exactly what I love to do. This one involves a lot of deep thinking and conversation, talking, interacting, and this is how I bond most times. I love quality time. But if I don't find that conversation blowing between you and me, no way. The third one is physical touch. Another love language, physical touch, is about showing care through intimate, affectionate physical contact. Showing care through intimate and affectionate physical contact, like hugging, like kissing, like knocking. I don't want to be too explicit. Yeah, little kids might be listening. I'm just talking. It's getting close to 11 o'clock, so come on. It's an adult listen to radio station. Please keep your kids out. All right. So the fourth one of this, what's it called? Love language. The fourth one is acts of service. Before the acts of service, the third one I just talked about is about physical touch. Do you show love by, people show love by, all this. And then the fourth one, showing love, which is the, part of the love languages, is act of service, doing something that helps a partner, such as running an errand. So it's not a bad thing. It's also showing love. The other day, a lady called and say her name is Precious, or is it Mercy or Precious? I can't remember. And she said she's having issues with her husband because sometimes, the husband feel as if she's, taking him for granted. But she loved to, that the husband try to do one or two things for her. This is a love language. It's called acts of service. Acts of service. Doing something to help your partner, such as running an errand. It's not a bad thing. It's not that you're, Africans, we always believe that that's disrespect, but it's not. You can help your wife cook. I mean, what happened for those of you who can really cook when she's pregnant? You don't want anybody to cook for your wife, because this stage you got to be careful. We don't know who's cooking for us, can be absolutely dangerous. So you cook for you can do it. You can go lift some things for her. You have reasons to do that because she's pregnant, or maybe she just put to bed, and then you have people around who's doing a mugo for her. But then you just want to do things. For some of you who actually don't like this kind of stuff, you can't live in some developed countries, because that's what's up there. In developed countries, the act of service is a big deal. Now, the very last one for the love languages, the last one is receiving gifts. This one, Nigerian women like this one. Where? Nigerian guests. I love this one. It's about giving your partner a present that communication, thoughtfulness, effort, or expense. Giving your partner a present that communicates thoughtfulness, effort, or expense. So let's just break it down. Giving a present can buy your husband or your wife a car, can buy them a gift. But listen, come on. If anybody actually wants a present, the person should be able to do the same, or some of the love languages stuff. Before, I can't even see myself buying a car for a woman that doesn't know anything about love languages, that have not even shown me any love or affection. Why will I buy you a car? So I mean, two can tangle. The reason is because one strengthens the other one. Let me tell you a scripture. One of my best scriptures is that Ecclesiastes that talks about when two heads is better than one, and that's why it's best when two people are together. The synergy for two is beyond something else. You can't compare. When two is together, they have a good reward. The Bible says they have a good reward. And then there's a scripture in when you read down, you will see the reasons. And God told us in the Bible that when two are together, when one is one is cold, the other one will be able to warm. You see, so that's the reason two heads, because it's just the synergy of two is beyond. That's why, and God can answer prayers when it's more than two, more better than just one person. Well, have you ever experienced when you join hand with your wife and pray? Things just happen, sharp, quick. So these are the love languages, and I don't know what exactly is yours. Okay, tell me what's yours, and tell me, in case you heard the story, I still want to hear from you. 0700 903 903 903, and then WhatsApp. You can call me on my WhatsApp 081 7175 6338. Or you can send a message. You can send a message to 08171756338, 08171756338.
are tuned to the city's #1 super dial, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
You are tuned to the city's #1 super dial. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos.
All right, you're welcome back. So I thought I should take a little break and come back, and then here I am. So, I've been able to give you that information, okay? As the do you show love? I mean, people just sometimes are very funny. I mean, you don't. All right. The significance. Okay, so love language. What exactly? Come. What? All right. Let's see. But all right. Okay, so 0700 903 903 903 and then 081717563338. I think we're having issues with the phone calls and we're having issues, so I don't know. Okay, so but before we get that solved, there are, when you talk about love language, you talk about the impact So okay. Okay, so since we are having a little problem there, so I'll ask you if you can call. I don't know if you can call the WhatsApp line 08171756338, and let's take it from the WhatsApp line, and because we have an issue with the calls from the direct line. So if you can call the 08171756338 number on WhatsApp, and I can be able to pick your calls. All right. Good evening to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Mr. Francis.
All right. Francis. Hello?
Yeah. I don't take. He has don't have right to take it. Life doesn't belong to him. Hello?
Man. Okay. I think it's already 11 o'clock and we're having issues there, so I'm gonna let you guys be. I think we're having issue. Well. So I'm going to just let you guys be. Today has been crazier. The glitch was something else. But anyways, I'll just summarize about what I talked about, and it's okay. You can send me your message if you want to, or you can call the WhatsApp line 08171756338, 08171756338. Okay, so I mean, while we are, okay, all right. Love languages is very important. I was asking a question earlier on. How you show love? How do you do that? How do different people with different things? Different people, different folks with different ways of doing things, and so I want somebody else to learn something out there, because a lot of us don't know how to do that. It's not everything I know how to do. I mean, but it might be that you know how to do 1, 2, or 3 out of the love languages, which could be the words of affirmation to your loved one, or quality time. You have quality time with your loved ones. Or you have that you do the physical touch as of one of the love languages, or maybe the act of service, or receiving gifts or giving gifts. Say any of this. We all know that love languages are kind of like deceptively simple concepts, and understanding them can be transformative if you put the practical work. It invites curiosity, not mind reading into the relationship. For example, you might have different kinds of words, to express to your loved ones. So, because the phones are having issues, so I'm just going to talk a little about it, and then we will talk tomorrow. Okay. So, you may express affection to your significant other regularly, but do you truly take the time to make sure that you are actually communicating it the way your partner wants to receive it? Do you do that the way she wants to receive it, or he wants to receive it? Now, even love can sometimes get lost in translation when two partners speak different languages or love languages. Okay, even that. So, as we all know, there are different ways to expressing and receiving love. As I talked about the 5 love languages, either one of this one you're doing. And if you're doing it well, please keep doing it. Because most of the problems that we have today in the relationship, in any ship, is because there is no love language. And so there is no spice in the relationship. And then, I don't need to read book. I know about it. I don't need to get the information anywhere. I know about it. So we all may relate to the most of these languages, but each of us has one that speaks to us the most. And it's awesome. It's awesome to know your love languages. So do any of this, as I said. The gift giving, the act of service, the quality time, the words of affirmation, which a lot of women actually love that kind of stuff. Just tell them something new, something sweet, something fine. Even when you have a wife or a woman that is not as beautiful as Agbani, just tell them they are beautiful and your day will be awesome. Okay. So, I mean, for what I talked about, the issue of the young man in prison who came and figured out that the fiancé is hitting, or his best friend is having an affair with the fiancé that he wanted to get married to, because he was in prison, or even before prison. It's very obvious that the best friend was having an affair with the fiancé. Some of you said there's no need for committing suicide. We don't know exactly what he's going to do next, but you see, that's why sometimes you hear somebody who's strong is gone. We don't know exactly what happened behind closed doors. But these are the things that happen in our everyday life, where we get people backstabbing us. People, a lot of people are snakes these days, because of course that is the name you can give to the best friend. It's a snake. He was all this while having an affair with somebody else's fiancé that he wants to get married to, your own best friend. And the woman actually have no shame. Okay, somebody would say, "Oh, what do you expect her to do? The guy's in prison, girl, so maybe she have to move on because he's not getting married to her." What about if the same thing happened? The recent relationship now. So people need to be careful, whether you are a man, a woman. You need to be careful and know exactly what you want. Anything can happen at any time. People can actually change. Some people say change happens from day one. Some say change happened because of setting, change of environment, change of attitude, change of things and events within. And anybody can do that, can change. So you have to be very careful, and you have to look out for yourself and know exactly what you want. And because if you don't know yourself, you'll keep making a mistake by getting along with the wrong people, the wrong set of people. So if you say that some people change from day one, they're not who they really say they are, I could believe you too. But I also know that some people do change as a relationship progresses. So be careful. That's my warning for tonight. Okay, so because I can't have a conversation with you tonight, I'm going to leave you with beautiful songs afterwards, and then I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a conversation with our doc, who's going to tell us a whole lot about, conception, women, and stuff. Tomorrow is Women's Day anyway, so we're looking forward to be able to have another time to talk about things that will empower women, their health, their life generally, and all that stuff. So I'm sorry that I'm going to end the show now. Tomorrow we will continue. I pray that we're not going to have the same issue we had today. So let's leave it till tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. So when we finish early tomorrow, we might revisit some relationship talk, because some people are saying, "Oh, Raheem, you don't talk about relationship. You don't talk about love." Some people are, you see, some people want love, some don't. Some say there is no love. Some say it's lost. Some pretend as if they don't. They just go. What we Nigerians, we can pretend a lot. That's one problem we have. we pretend so much. We just hide under the rubbles and pretend as if we're not doing things. Can somebody come out and say it? This is how it is. I love people who take it by the horn. I mean, if we're honest enough to speak exactly who we are and talk, I mean, stand and opinionated. Being opinionated is one thing, and some people just get to know that you are a strong self kind of person. You're strong-willed kind of person. You do not shy away from the real, and then people get to know you. Okay, I smoke. Yes, what are you gonna do about it? I like it. And if you want to change later on, anybody can convince you. Fine. I do this. I do that. Bad or good. But we're not talking about the one that will be a sociopath, or something that you can exist in a society that could be you can stay away from. But of course, if you're hiding anything in life, if you don't want people to know certain things you're doing and bad things you're doing, or anything you're doing, I don't know if it's bad or not, it means that thing is bad, because that's why you don't want people to know about it. We know that it's dangerous times. This is the last days. Everybody try to conceal their intentions. They conceal their intentions. They don't talk much about their happenings and everything. But you will need to always stand and be opinionated. Who you are. This is who I am, and I have no apology about this. I don't have to, I don't have to validate. Look, I'm telling you, this is who I am. It will be better, and people will get to know that that's who you are, and you're a stand-up guy. You're a stand-up woman. I mean, you are always on your words. Why am I saying all that? Okay, sorry. So I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Let me go rest. I've got 2 more days to take some malaria drugs. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Take care of yourself. And this definitely is going to make hosting happy tonight. All right. See you guys tomorrow, 9:30 the same time. Apologies. I'm going to make your date tomorrow. Possibly after the interview, we will continue till 12 o'clock. Possibly maybe till 1 if you're with me. No problem. Okay. So I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Take care.